that's fantastic.
Talk to the city. I wanted to get a feel, and this goes back to the whole due diligence thing, because before you can move on a project like this, you got to spend some money on plans and so forth. And I really wanted to make sure if I was about to spend this money, I wanted to make sure the city had open arms to it. If this city told me that they didn't like this project, I probably wouldn't be here today. I don't know if I would have got something else built because I just didn't like the other sites that I found. So I got in touch with the city planner, had several meetings with him, my architectural team, my attorney, my civil engineer, and basically took his input through the whole layout, what he'd like to see. I got Mass Highway involved even before I move forward on my project. I got them behind me so that when I went to the city, I said the state was already behind me. So basically did a lot of homework with the city for about maybe 6 or 7 months. And then finally I said to the city planner, or he said to me, he says, look, it looks like you've got every avenue covered. You've got a great team. You've got the residents behind you. I think it's time for you to put in with the zoning board. I put in with the zoning board the first night. My attorney had several questions. The city had several questions actually for me and my attorney. And my attorney set something up with the city. The last 30 minutes of the zoning board meeting, he wanted me to just get up and talk about the project and what I can do in the community if I could get this project built. And I did that. And they closed it that night. And they voted 36 days later, and they gave it full approval. So we did a lot of the homework already. Even when we got started, a lot of the homework had been done. So I felt pretty good. But I think that was just going in and approaching the city in the right way, not trying to just come in and I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. I really took my time trying to really get. And it gets back to again, you don't want to lay out that money and have the city come back with a no. And you've laid out 100, 200, 300,000 in soft cost, and I couldn't afford to take a hit like that. So
tell us about. Didn't you have a party for your neighbors?
Yes. What I did before I went to zoning, I got my neighbors together at a church and laid out some food and so forth, and they all came. And I asked them what their concerns were. Their main concerns were lighting and sound. I told them there would be a 6-foot fence up around the whole property, so that would help with sound. We're not a very loud business as it is. We're near a major road that you'll hear more traffic on that road than you'll probably hear from our site. And I told them that the lights would not be in their backyard. Once I promised them that, they all realized I'm also on a major road. They said even if they did want to stop it, they don't know if they could. So because I gave them my word, I'd do everything in my power to make sure that their properties weren't disturbed and so forth. They got behind me. So at the zoning board meeting, they asked if anybody objects to the Elder Car Wash. Nobody stood up. They said anybody in favor, and they all stood up. So it was actually a good moment, And from there on in, I think the zoning board had no choice but to move forward,